What's going on, everybody? Will Murphy here with Iron Wheel Fitness. Today's video is going to be about looking out for people that are trying to scam you on Instagram as far as fitness goes. The kind of people you want to look out for are the kind of people that make promises that are completely unreasonable. Like people that tell you that you can spot reduce fat anywhere in your body. You absolutely cannot. If they tell you can get rid of belly fat or underarm fat or lower back fat or butt fat or whatever, they're lying to you. You can lose fat, but it's going to be all at once. It's never going to be in one spot. You can exercise that area and tighten it up. Like say you're trying to have your abs show. You're not going to have a high percentage of body fat and show abs. You're going to have to lose the fat from your entire body, and then your abs will show. Wherever you put fat on first is typically where it's going to come off last. That's just the way it works. You start holding fat in your midsection for most people, and then gradually as you put on more and more fat, it starts moving, and you're putting on fat everywhere. But you're really putting fat on fat everywhere at the same time. You just hold a lot more in your stomach area. Fat on your body is necessary. You do want some fat on your body. You don't want large amounts of fat on your body. So anywhere between 10 and 20, maybe 25% is okay, is still technically healthy. But once you've passed 25%, you're technically in the overweight and obese ranges. If you go below 10%, you're technically malnourished. I mean, true that some people go into bodybuilding shows and things like that, sub 10% body fat, and that's totally cool because they're only doing that for a short amount of time. They're not staying sub 10% all year round. Usually, most people stay between 10 and 15%. If they're more constantly showing abs and things like that, then they're probably staying between 10 and 15%, and not so much anywhere below 10%. Below 10% is not as healthy as everyone would think. Just because you have abs doesn't mean you're healthy. It just means that you're thin enough for your abs to show through, or you've built your abs up enough that they'll show between 10 and 14% body fat. If you have abs that show between 10 and 14% body fat, they're probably just showing the top 4. They're probably not showing the entire six-pack. You probably got small amounts of fat around and underneath your belly button and things like that, that are preventing you from being able to show off the whole entire six-pack. But needless to say, what I was getting at is anybody that tells you that you can spot reduce fat is lying to you. They're trying to sell you something. They're trying to sell you a quick fix. There's no quick fix, okay? You're not going to lose fat in one part of your body and not lose fat in the rest of your body. Anybody that tells you that you should take a cleanse. Cleanses are okay, I guess, but like you could cleanse yourself with water by drinking the normal amount of water that you're supposed to drink every day. And that way, your body will flush out toxins, and it'll have all the water it needs to carry out its functions, build muscle and things like that, help your body recover. Water is excellent. It has no extra nutrients. It's not messed with chemically or anything like that. So your body's getting everything it needs from the water. Even though it's not getting a lot of nutrients, it's still able to flush out toxins and push that water into the muscle to help grow muscle. Anybody that tries to tell you special exercises, like crazy stupid exercises, are the way to do anything. If they're standing upside down on a Bosu ball doing squats, I don't recommend that to anybody. And you shouldn't copy people that are doing crazy Instagram or anything like that. Instagram, they're just doing things for views and things like that. So to have people on there doing crazy stuff like doing dips with a chain around their neck, a great big chain or something like that, or just being on the underside of a Bosu ball doing squats and things, any kind of I've seen people like set up dumbbells stacked on top of each other and then do handstands on top of them, and that's just ridiculous. And that's just showing people things that are going to get them hurt. So you want to avoid injury, you want to avoid people that are trying to sell you a quick fix, and you want to avoid things like cleanses and things like that, because they're not as beneficial as people would claim them to be, and they're just trying to sell you a product that isn't really going to help you as much as you'd like it to help you. So I want you to keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that people that are trying to sell you like crazy fitness equipment like occlusion training and things like that, those aren't for long-term training options. If you're going to do occlusion training, that's fine, but you're only going to do that for like a 2 to 4 week period at a time. You're not going to do it long term or anything like that. So don't spend your money on things that you don't need for the long term. You could always just use like a knee wrap or something like that if you wanted to do occlusion training. I don't recommend it for anybody that's not at least high, intermediate, or advanced with their training or anything like that. It is painful. It does actually work, but it's not something that I recommend for just absolutely everybody. There's a lot of styles of training that are, mainly meant for advanced people, because those people can't get any further without some kind of assistance or some kind of change up to their training. So just keep your eyes open. Make sure that you're not being tricked by your Instagram influencer. Make sure they're giving you good information. I'm never going to bullcrap you. I'm always going to give you the straight answer, and I'm not going to try to sell you a quick fix. I'm going to tell you how it is. It takes consistency. It takes, paying attention to your nutrition, making sure that you're working out every day, and making sure that you're getting your rest. That's the secret. You just have to jump on it, and you have to do those things. You're not going to do anything within 6 minutes a day that's going to make any difference to your fitness or health, after a short period of time. If you've been completely sedentary, 5 or 6 minutes a day is going to, cause a little bit of a change, but it's really not going to do anything extremely beneficial to you. You're going to want to do something that's going to cause you to burn several, at least a couple hundred extra calories a day. So with all that being said, that's the end of the video. Check me out on YouTube. I've got these videos up for you to be able to follow along with. In case you want to start over from the beginning. This is day 28, so we're pretty far through this, making some good progress. It's been a pretty reasonable 28 days for me. I haven't had any issues or anything like that. But anyhow, I hope y'all are doing great with your 30-day challenge. We've only got 2 days left of this 30-day challenge, and then, if you want to, you can have a cheat meal, but I'm planning on starting another challenge directly after. So we're going to do another 30 days of Iron Will. Keep following me on Instagram. That's Iron Will PT. I'm on Facebook at Iron Will Fitness Training, and we'll holler at you tomorrow. I'll have your workouts up tonight. Peace.